Good morning, everyone, and welcome to D Network. We're going to be getting straight into it. I am not in the mood today. So we're just going to get straight into the markup. I was like, I can't just not mark up. Like, where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? So here we are. I caught this sell yesterday. Make sure you can see. Yes, you can see. So I marked up this sell on Bitcoin yesterday, caught it for the market execution sell. It was staying within my range and it still is doing that. So we're going to keep our daily levels. We see that it's going to try and buy up a really strong support level here. It's oversold. Right now it's oversold. So it's just trying to find a support for it to, get that nice push up. I could see you getting a nice 1 to 2 perhaps, but we're going to see. So I'm just going to delete my fib. We can tighten up that support on the bottom though for sure. So on the daily RSI, we're poking up. Okay. We are poking up. I like this area better. So we're pointing up on the RSI, but it's not like sticking completely up. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's delete that too. On the 4-hour, we're pointing down. And on the 1 hour, we're pointing down. So I would not be opposed to a buy. I would not be opposed to a buy, like I mentioned. We can draw a buy fib. Yeah. See, what I wanted to do is retest this area to establish it as a low. 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. We need to establish this area as a low, and right now I don't have any type of evidence that this is the low that it's going to choose, right? Because in order to have that confirmation for a buy, you want to make sure that you're entering in, on a higher low. Okay, you want to make sure you're entering on a higher low. Does this look like a higher low? No, it does not. It does not look like a higher low. This was a higher low, and this was a higher high, but then it made a lower low. So we have to make sure that price is actually ready to push up. You could be a bit more risky with it. If I drew my fib from this daily key level to that daily key level, it's closing below my market X. So you could set a pending here. You could definitely set a pending here. Definitely set a pending right there and take it up at least to this. I would say TP1 would be here at 104,000. TP2 would be at 105,000, but I would go for 106,000 for sure. But I want to see how the candles are looking, and this is on the 15-minute too. So, yeah, it's pointing up on the RSI and all these things. On the daily time frame, it is pointing up as well, right? It is pointing up as well on the daily time frame. It's pointing down on the 4-hour time frame, and it made a correction, and there is a possibility of price pushing all the way down here. So Personally, the 4-hour candlestick closes in 2 hours. Okay. The 1-hour candlestick closes in 16 minutes. And depending on how it closes will determine what would be the best opportunity. Personally, if I was to sell, I wouldn't even sell here anyways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot. I mean, for a really tight sell, probably at 104,000. But I haven't seen any news. I haven't seen any of that. But yeah, if I was to sell, it would be 104,000. It wouldn't be a super it wouldn't be a super huge pullback. You know, the market is kind of, in my opinion, undecided. And just because the on the daily, the stochastic is pushing up doesn't mean that it won't do one of these, right? See where it pushed up, but then it comes down. Like these are like, those are big moves, you know? Those little small little indentations, those are big moves. So personally, I think it's going to want to push up. I truly do believe that. I would keep this pending. I would keep this pending. Can do pending buy. And I will be putting it into, well, only if it retests. I will say that. Only if it retests, I will put it in. I can't lie. I can't even lie. Because when I caught this yesterday, this was the exact move I caught yesterday. Okay. I was here at 8 a.m. I saw it was consolidating previously for the past few hours. I got in sell market X and it pushed down. Like literally right to my intended goal, which was like roughly like TP3. And then it pushed right back up. And if I didn't and I put in a pending, it would have wicked me out. So then it came all the way back down to the same support level and it broke that support level. Personally, it seems like a very strong support level. It seems like a strong support level. But we have to make sure that it respects this demand zone, like how it did in the past. It could very well sell off and push all the way down. We just have to see what the volatility is looking like in the market. But in the meantime, I will just put TP1. I won't even have y'all do all that extra stuff. We'll do a very common one to do. Exactly. How about that? Okay. We'll do exactly that. Let me see what it's looking like on the 15 before I write that out. Yeah. New candlestick just opened. Potential. All right. Potential buy limit. No trade is a guarantee. Entry price is going to be 104,000. 35. Stop loss is going to be 103,000. 510. TP1 is going to be 105,000. 140. Like I said, okay. Like I said, potential. Okay. I like this area. I really do like the area. For a buy, I could see it pushing up right where it's at, but I like to get the best, area possible. And, Bitcoin, it's that quarter for Bitcoin to start moving funny style. I'm just saying. So I like to always make sure my bases are covered, but ultimately, look, it's staying still right where it's at, right? So I want to make sure that I'm getting the best area for a lower low to then become the beginning of an uptrend to go up. Okay. So it's not really it's a riskier trade, but make sure you have your stop loss. Make sure you get the right entry price in. All right. And that's that right here. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, you guys can see loosely. I wonder if it will let me paste in here. Yeah, no. 1 second, you guys. I'm about to get it onto the comments so I can post it for you, and then I'll be out of y'all's hair. Copy, 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 and paste. All right. So there's that. 104,035, stop loss 103,510, TP1 105,140. If you want to shoot for the stars, okay, if you're a TP3er, if you're a, hold and don't fold, and you know how to manage your trades, you know when to move your stop loss to break even, I'll be going over, I'll be doing a Trade Locker overview, because Trade Locker has really become one of my favorite brokerage platforms to trade on in comparison to MT4 or 5. So I will be doing an overview on that and how to manage your trades. That will be coming soon. I'm just getting the basics done, but yes. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, if you're going for the TP3s, TP3 is gonna be TP3 could really be up here, to be honest. TP3, I'm gonna set it to the 382, is gonna be 106,130. Sorry, no, 106,145. All right. For TP3, 106,145. Again, it's only Tuesday. Keep that in mind. We're not chasing a trade. Potential market idea. Potential. Potential market idea. It is not set in stone. Okay. I am not a financial advisor. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh. How did I do that? Well, that's cool. I don't know what I just did, but if the screen got bigger for you, let me know. Okay, potential market idea. Okay, this is not set in stone. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I have videos to mark up and edit and get out to you guys. I just wanted to make sure that I showed up, because I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. However, I will say this, you guys. If you watch the Forex Basics video, you will be able to do this on your own. If you watch the series, you will be able to create your own strategy. And I'm going to be working on that for you guys, learning how to create your own strategy for your own pair so that you can get one step closer to profitability. Throw out all the fluff. You don't need all the fluff. Waste the time. The live trading sessions are cool, and I do it for my beginners. But for my advanced, you should be creating your own strategy, period. You should be creating your own strategy. That's in my opinion, So, like I said, I'll be working on that for you guys. I have a student in like an hour, so I'm gonna go back, chill, and I'll more than likely check back in on the chart at 9:30, and I'll give any updates if I do end up entering into the trade. Okay. So with that being said, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.